Welcome back to the channel. This is day 3 at the new homestead. We've been working away for the last couple of days. We've had lots going on.
Yes, we have lots going on. It is 6 acres here and it has never been cut for some reason. So the grass was what, 5 feet?
It was very long.
5 feet, a lot of weeds, a lot of bushes. We made an attempt at cutting a little bit with the lawnmower. The belt broke right away.
Yeah, I was trying to cut over by the little red shack where it was kind of like beaten down a little bit, so it wasn't heavy. Belt was pretty old anyway. It was a couple years old, so it was due to go anytime.
We couldn't find a new replacement, so instead we found neighbors. We went and approached some people that live next door, and turns out they had a tractor with a brush hog, and they came through and cleaned out this whole area over the last 2 days. There's a lot of garbage, rocks, concrete. There used to be a huge barn over here. The barn came down. The pile of debris from that is still there. Lots of cleanup, but that is for another time, because today we are setting all the posts.
So yesterday we augered about 38 holes. We just set the posts in. As you can see, they're just leaning in there. So we'll pack them in, get them nice and sturdy, and then we're going to start putting up the fence.
Once we get the chicken coop all set up, then we're going to move over. We also have the post jugs for the pig holes too.
Yes.
So we'll get the pig fence up today, and then we have all of our T-posts that we took down this morning at home. We got up early. We took down the whole electric fencing that we set up around our garden earlier this year. We took that all down, and we brought that with us because we are going to repurpose that and make it for the goats. Because the goats have a whole setup right now at home, and we can't take it all down or else they're going to take off.
So it's a lot of work because of the move and trying to set up all this stuff so that we can move the animals before we actually move all the contents of the home. So it's a lot of extra work, but it's necessary.
Basically, we have 2 setups for the animals, one here and one there.
Yeah.
And then we have to take that one down before we move here. And we have exactly, well, less than a week, because next week at this time, we'll already be here. And the kids are here with us today, actually, too. We brought them to help us, too.
Yeah.
We'll go find them, because I think they're picking apples off the tree somewhere.
Yeah, this is their first time actually seeing the full property, so they're out gallivanting around, checking stuff out.
Time to get to work.
Yes, let's do that.
What are you guys doing?
We're getting some rocks so we can put them in the holes for the fence. Oh, I got one! Got a rock.
Yeah, please.
That one here.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess I put more.
In this corner? Or
This one.
Jeff's got some wood from an old pile somewhere, and he is using it to make some stakes to mark out the goat structure. And while he's doing that, I've given the kids a task. Okay, go take the wheelbarrow back and get some more.
We need 32 more.
Sure.
64. 64.
It's another day here at the new property. I'm just working away on the fence. Holly's not with me today. She is working at her real job today while I just kind of continue on with the fencing. So far today I've added these cross posts here to help support the corner posts to give them a little bit more stability. This piece here is just in there for now, just while I wrap the fence around. I'm gonna let it sit there though for a few days, basically until we bring the animals in. Then I'll remove these pieces here. And then after that, what I'll do is the excess fencing that's left over, I'm gonna cut it in half, and that'll give us enough to do another 2 feet on top of the 4 feet that we have, giving us 6 feet. We have some barbed wire that we can do one wrap around the top, just to kind of give a little added security from any predators like coyotes that want to try to climb in there. So yeah, it's another gorgeous day. I'm just gonna keep working away at this, and then I will be back probably on Friday if I don't get everything done today. 4 or 5 more days until we actually move all the animals in, so that should be fun. I'm just working my way down the fence, stapling it as I go. You can see here, just the odd staple on the fence to keep it from falling down. It's doing pretty good so far, it's pretty sturdy. Okay, so another quick update as to what I've been up to. I installed the gate for the pig pen, and I cut a space inside each area so that we can set up the coop and see kind of what's underneath the long grass and kind of try to pick a bit of a flat area in the middle somewhere. And then this section as well for the goats. So that's what I've been up to today. I'm gonna continue on with the pig pen, putting some 2x4s around the outside of it. We're gonna go 3 rows high. I'm almost done that. Holly and I will be back tomorrow to continue on with the fencing for the chicken coop. I'm gonna cut the roll in half tonight. It's a 4-foot roll, so what I'm gonna do is cut it in half, and then I'll give you an extra 2 feet. And then we'll take that extra 2 feet, we'll attach it here with some tie wire, and then it'll get stapled around the outside. And then we'll do the tedious work of using tie wire and attaching it every, 1.5 feet or so all the way down, so that there's no real gap in between and that it stays together. So that's it for today as to what I've been up to. No major filming today, just a quick update for you guys, just to see how it's coming along. So tomorrow we'll continue on and we'll get it all wrapped up this weekend for Monday, because Monday is the day when we move all the animals, which should be quite the adventure. Not only are we moving the animals, but the enclosures as well, which reminds me that I have a little mistake here, something that I kind of overlooked. The opening where we're putting the gate is only 7.5 feet, and I'm pretty sure that our coop is about 8 feet wide. So that's my bad. I'm gonna have to pull this post out. We're gonna have to put it back in on the same day after the coop gets in. So I'm gonna pull this out. I'm gonna re-dig the hole, get it all ready, cover the hole up in case it rains. It doesn't get too wet in there. And then all I have to do is just the final wrap around this post once I get it set in place, once the coop goes in. It's not really that big of a deal. I went 7.5 foot intervals for the posts. The last time the coop was built inside the fence, so I wasn't really thinking about, oh, we need a space big enough for the coop to actually squeeze through, because we're bringing it in by trailer. So we're about 95% complete the chicken coop fence. We still have to put the gate on. We have to put the gate on the electric fence as well. But in the meantime, I've hooked it up, so I'm just gonna see if it works. I got my rubber boots on, so it doesn't feel as bad, I hope. Yeah, it works.
We got to test the fence a few times this year. The garden fence, the goat fence, and then this fence again.
Yeah, and Mason actually touched the goat fencing this year, and he got a pretty good shock.
Bailey shocked herself 2 days ago feeding the animals.
Did you?
Yeah, she wasn't happy.
So yeah, it's good to go. I'm gonna leave it off for now though, so that the battery keeps charging and, until we bring all the rest of the stuff over.
Which is in 3
days?
3 days.
3 days.
Yeah.
We're getting close. I think we're sitting pretty good. We're gonna come back Sunday and set up the portable garages. We're gonna look for a good spot today before we head out, and then yeah, we're just about there. Big moves coming up.
That's it. And then all the gates will go back on once the animals are in.
That's correct, yeah. So we finally finished up the fencing. It took us a while. There was a lot of hard work. We struggled with the 2-man auger.
I was just gonna say, I am not heavy enough to work that 2-man auger. It literally spun me around. It's very difficult when I'm very small.
Yes, that's true. That's basically it. We're done all the fencing. The next task is to actually move all the animals.
That is in 2 days.
We have some help coming. We have Holly's father and her brothers coming with some trailers and skid steer. And then we also have a tow truck company coming to bring a flatbed to move the 2 coops, the chicken coop and I guess the goat shack.
Yeah, it was the quickest and cheapest alternative to being able to move it. There were some flatbed moving companies that were charging an arm and a leg, and CAA towing actually ended up being the route that we went because it was the most moderately priced and they were quick to answer me.
So here's hoping it all goes smoothly. We've been kind of stressed about it, but fingers crossed everything works out okay. Yeah. No problems. The animals were moved safely. No accidents, no nothing. So I'm hoping it goes well.
Yeah, and one of the bridges that we're going over is actually under construction. It's been under construction for 3 years, I think. It's got 1 more year left, and it is down to 1 lane. Super narrow.
We have the bridge, and then most of it is just back roads that we're going to take to get from place to place.
It'll be interesting, so make sure you stay tuned for that.
Yes.
That's a wrap for today, though.
Yeah, so thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.